Bro, this the anthem. I don't care what anybody said. This the anthem. Shout out to G Mac Cash, bro. He putting out these hits out of Detroit. If you ain't knocking your head to this, boy.
Montgomery Brawl.
Threw my hat off at the start.
He almost sound like T Grizzly a little bit for some reason.
Fact.
Bro, yeah.
Fact.
No shirt, like I got some ass. Even the women getting hit, like damn, what happened? This shit was kind of lit, like damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom, like damn, this wrestling.
Shut up, bro. Shut up.
This swim to a salute. If you mad at this
Salute.
mention me.
Montgomery Brawl.
Shout out, bro, that can swim.
Montgomery Brawl.
Shout out with the chair.
Hey.
I mean, they gonna play this in the club.
That's a hit. That's a certified hit.
Man, hitting just like them chairs, bro. Yeah, press the goddamn button.
Y'all know what that's from? Rush Hour?
Rush Hour 1.
Damn, goddamn best one right there.
All of them was kind of funny.
They all
be
are
honest with you.
good. They all are good. All right, man. But you know what it is, man. Another episode of About the Night, episode 82, man. We already got the whole crew. No, we don't got the whole crew. My apologies, man. But we got the best crew in the goddamn squad tonight. All right, man. We got the Sleeveless Rob. We got Mr. Do-Wag Warren. And, you know, Mr. Hatless Winton over here. Let's not forget about my guy, Mr. Booty Warrior over here, Mr. Tony himself. Absent again today, you know. Matey loves his pirate booty. All right, and just enjoy that too far. That was too far. Huh?
That was too far.
All right, just a little bit. We can edit that out.
You always push the lines, though.
That is damn true, man. So we were talking about Rush Hour, man, and them having some real good series, man. I just seen a new trailer for New Friday. You seen a new trailer for the New Friday that's getting ready to come out?
I haven't seen
I
it
didn't.
yet.
Nah.
They CGI Pops in there because they had to have CGI'd him. I know they didn't shoot this before he passed because Pops died, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
Yeah. But he was in the trailer and he was looking fresh, so they must have CGI'd that one there.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess they're getting ready to come out with another Friday. That's always, you know, that's cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, man, let's get into the weekend, man, because y'all know something always goes down every weekend, man. What about you, War Ready, man? What happened this weekend with you?
Man, my weekend was solid. It was my girl's birthday.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
So,
Can we say her name on the airways?
Happy
Yeah,
belated.
it's good.
Yeah. Shout
He
out
gave
H.
he gave you permission.
Yeah, it was Heather's birthday. It was solid, man. We started off Friday, got off work. We had dinner with her folks and her family, so it was like a low-key night. And then Saturday, we really started the festivities. Like, we woke up.
Were there any folding chairs at this dinner by any chance? No? Too far?
I was waiting how
No,
long
no,
it was going to take you.
No, man, it was PG.
How long was it going to take you to get
We'll
there?
keep going. We'll keep going. We'll rock with it.
It was PG, but nah. We woke up Saturday morning. We ended up going to the lake. Went to Lake Comanche, and so we had some.
Lawn chairs?
Actually, we did have some folding chairs out there.
Okay.
We had a couple, but they stayed on the ground.
Okay.
Nobody got abused by it.
Okay.
People there knew how to park their boats, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had folding
They're a
chairs.
little bit more responsible.
We had folding chairs that people sat in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, it was dope. If you've never been to Lake Comanche, it's actually pretty cool.
It is dope.
Like the water doesn't
I
really
have
look
not
like
been.
lake water. It's like it's like different colors.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty dope.
Was it different temperatures? I swear it was a few years back when I went in that bitch. It was like there'd be spots where it's cold and then spots where it's warm, and you would think someone was peeing on you, but not. That was just how.
I don't really necessarily get in.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't really get in too often.
Okay.
So I mean,
He's like, nigga, I ain't getting in the water.
yeah,
I'm getting in the water.
That's what you're supposed to go for,
cool.
man. You get in the water.
well, I was barbecuing and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Yeah.
but yeah, we did that during the day, and then shout out to my boy Randy and his girl Ashley. Like, she got a cool spot in Stockton. She got like a pool in the backyard, TVs out there, barbecue grill. It's like her backyard is like the dream backyard.
That's what's up.
So we was back there, it was a good time.
What
You
y'all
know
have
I
on the
mean?
grill, man?
So we didn't Well, actually, Saturday night we came back home. We watched the fight. We watched the Jake Paul fight.
Okay.
And Nate Diaz. I don't know if you guys all.
We did.
I didn't
you guys
catch. I didn't
seen
catch the fight. I got the notification that he that he got. That he lost in like the fifth. I think.
Yeah.
The fifth round.
Yeah, they're all from everybody I was with is all from that area, so they're all rooting hard for Nate.
Right,
Okay.
right.
You know, Nate.
I think a lot of people were.
Yeah, he's the only fighter you could watch that could lose, but he really won.
He
didn't really win this.
He
one.
loses well
He does. He really does.
because he puts it all out there. That's what it is.
He does.
Right,
And-
right.
But he's such a fan favorite, though. People love him.
Yeah.
You know, especially around here. But yeah, we did that.
He's fighting
Saturday
at
night.
40, man. That's crazy.
He's 40.
I think damn near, man. Shit.
I didn't know he was 40.
40?
Oh, I'm gonna say he's 40.
I thought he was in the
He
30s.
I'm gonna just come up with that number.
Man,
We have to look that up.
he damn near there. But nah, man, he
Fact check this dude.
Right.
Man, Google.
While you doing
Yeah.
that, Saturday we ended up getting on the grill.
Okay.
And we was poolside all day. But I don't know if you guys ever had Lockford Meats. There's a place that's
Pause.
it's close to Lodi. What's this nigga talking about?
You said what?
Lockford Meats.
Oh, okay.
Lockford Meats.
Oh, okay.
You good?
Yeah, we good. Keep going.
Anyways, if you haven't been there, dude, it's the best. These are the best sausages on this planet.
Pause.
Like, no bullshit. Like, they got these, they're called Hawaiians. Man, I'm telling you.
It's fire.
Stella and Simone came through. Stella never had it before. We barbecued them up. Me and my boy knew what they were. And then we were like, Stella, try the links. Stella changed his life. He got a coworker now, I guess, that lives close to it. So he's like, he gonna have her running them all day.
Oh,
but those
damn.
things is fire, bro.
So a sausage changed Stella's life. Pause. I'm just saying, I'm trying to interpret this
you always
story.
gotta
I'm
be
just
sexual.
Hey, sometimes meat does that.
He's 38, damn near 40, by the way.
Okay, bro. You putting too many years on the man.
Right.
Shit, I feel the same way. Shit,
I feel the same.
I'm about to be 37. Fuck,
My knees.
damn near 40.
My knees.
It's creeping. How was your weekend, Rob?
Quiet, man. Just chilling, just relaxing, man. Did a lot of bike riding, just getting work done, that type of thing. Really wasn't,
Kick
old.
back.
I'm old, bro. I'm old. You know what I mean? Like I ain't out here ripping and running like these young Thundercats in the street saying light the beam. I ain't them niggas. I ain't like them.
Beam ping.
Just been chilling. Definitely. I'm awake. Man, Mr. Griffiths.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty cool, man. I think this was the week where they had National Night Out. I think it was this week. Maybe we did talk about it last week. I think that was still dope. But I went and had brunch with the fam bam, man. Took the whole family out, man. We went to a few spots off K Street. Almost stopped off at Solomon's, but my son was tripping. He's like, the music's too loud. Me, I love music. So we ended up over at Cornerstone. It was cool little brunch time, Had a picture of mimosas. They had different flavors. It was chill, man. So definitely check out Cornerstone on the weekends for brunch,
That's what's up.
Other than that, nah, man, it was a solid weekend. Just chilling at the house. I really didn't do anything, and that's a good thing. I got some big plans coming up here at the end of the month. And then follow that up with with a cool little cruise trip following month. So, I got to make sure I sit my black ass at home. So, get ready for this shit.
Where you cruising to?
So we're going to do a 4-day Disney cruise.
Okay.
For to hit Catalina and some other Mexican island. I forget where. I think it's not. I'm not even good. It's not Ensenada for sure, but it's not Cancun. Come on, Winton. Come on. It's one of them others.
Rosarito.
Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Puerto Vallarta.
But yeah, man. So that's coming up.
You been on a cruise before?
Yeah, I've been on like 2 of them.
Oh, okay. How you like them?
I do like them, man. I do, man. I entertain myself. I have an entertaining time. I let loose a little bit more than normal.
But your son's gonna be on this one, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be this is technically my second one. His second cruise. The first one, we didn't know he was there, but he was there. If that makes sense, he was a thought.
He was present.
Exactly.
He was cooking.
Yeah, here we go.
He was cooking.
So this is gonna be his first little cruise, which we do like. So
Disney sponsoring this one?
Didn't it? Yeah,
Didn't it? The mouse.
Absolutely. So, but other than that, man, the weekend was straight. Obviously, we had a lot of viral videos that were going out over the weekend. But before we get into what obviously transpired over the weekend, you had posted something out there, and thank you for keeping us up to date on these news events that are happening. But you had mentioned this homeless rate over 25. Was the numbers were accurate? 250% up over 6 years. Was that accurate, or was that just?
I mean, that's what the DA, our Sacramento, Thin. Mm-hmm. He said it was 250% over the last 6 years. It's gone up.
Wow.
I guess, but the reason why that's even coming up, so I guess that Newsom, a lot of people in the political sphere for the city are trying to formulate a way to try to combat the homeless issue and stuff like that. I guess what ended up happening, a federal judge banned. So what they were planning to do was go out there and clean up all the homeless encampments. Mm-hmm. Like just go in and clean sweep. Like we're going to get rid of all this and it was going to be a full-fledged like cleanup of the whole city. But a federal judge banned it. Stopped them saying due to excessive heat. And so now there's a lot of back and forth. So it's right now the mayor, the DA are kind of at odds about funding and like who's got to pay for it, you know what I mean, and who's going to actually be fronting the bill for a lot of these programs. Newsom came out with the whole thing where he was trying to build all these mini homes or whatever it was. So it's a lot of that. So they're trying to tackle this with to the degree of what you think they're trying, right? But just that number is staggering. I mean, and I don't want to make it seem like we're just in the worst situation. Frisco and LA got us beat by a mile, right? Right. But at the same time, we don't want it to grow any further. Right. And it's such a hard thing because now you're dealing with it's multifaceted how you're supposed to take on this issue because you got to have humanity about you because you're dealing with human beings and they just don't have no home, and what percentage of these homeless people are, actually just don't have a home. They just literally can't make ends meet to put a roof over their head. But that's usually not the majority, man. Right. The majority is usually drugs. A lot of people be getting bussed in from other states, giving them one-way tickets and shit like that. California's a magnet for homeless because it's conducive to live on the street based on our weather. So and it's a tough situation. But the biggest outcry toward is just businesses. Because businesses are just like, look, it's not just the optics of it. Like you go down the street and you see a whole bunch of homeless, it's not inviting. Right. You know what I mean? For their business is the deterrent. But not only that, it's like you got people that's like, holding people up, like robbing people, and these are homeless and stuff like that. So there's situations where it's getting violent.
What I will say to it, we did definitely touch on it a few episodes ago. You guys can check it out, episode 56, where we're almost being forced to turn into that man who ran or managed the artist spot in San Francisco where he was hosing down the homeless lady. Right. We criticize him. Maybe because we didn't understand at that current point in time what he had to go through. He called the police, bro. He called them. They detained her.
The way he treated her, though. There's a line. There's a line, though, that you didn't treat that person like a human being at all. I'm not saying, and
but what else could we do though if we've already done the proper steps?
That is the problem that San Francisco is facing is because the laws that are in place, or the enforcement of the law, I should say, is just not being enacted. It's not being exercised, and it's creating a huge problem in this state specifically.
I told y'all a while ago, San Francisco looks like Gotham City.
Bro, it's trash. It's
It's
trash.
crazy.
I haven't been there in a while.
Bro, it's
Right.
trash, bro.
Is
It's
it
crazy.
really?
It just looks horrible. Like it doesn't look. And people in LA are probably shouting, bro, we've been dealing with this shit for 20 years. It's like, yeah, no, because LA basically has their own community of homeless. Like literally, like how you could say, oh, I'm from Watts. You could say, bro, I'm from Skid Row. Like that's an actual place. Like nigga, that's on GPS. You know what I mean? Like they got their own little community there. So it's been so ingrained and so accepted, socially and just people don't really pay it no mind. But that's why a lot of people are driving out of the state, going to other states to live, because we not taking care of the homeless problem, or at least coming up with good ideas to solve it, whether it's to booting them out and cleaning it up, period, however way you want to deal with this issue. It's becoming a problem for a lot of people.
Right.
And
then how far is it going to be a problem until we end up like, once again, the San Francisco owner, not necessarily hosing them down, but using excessive force, If it's going to come to putting it in our hands, if you're going to law and saying that we can no longer, move people off of our property or place of business where it's going to deter people.
right.
Like, bro, like how far, is a business owner going to want to stay out here after the city's
They
now
won't.
starting on the rise?
That's, that's a quick answer. They won't.
Yes, something needs to be done.
Yeah.
What is it is the question.
Yeah. Well, it ain't going to get done by, the DA and the mayor fighting over funding and shit like that, because that seems to where they at right now.
It ain't about the funding. It's about a solution to it.
So
Maybe open up a specific block or a specific camp, an empty lot for people to,
well, that Newsom put out something about that, like creating a whole bunch of like these little homes, but it ain't came to fruition. I don't know how far that is. Yeah, but you know how legislation is, bro. They move at a snail's pace.
But then again, it's just adding another tax for me, you.
Right.
Oh,
and
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we already paying too much here, so it's like.
I've learned that we are 100% the most in gas out of all states. I mean, I see people from every other state coming in all the time, and literally every other state is complaining about their gas being like 360, 340. I'm like, man, I'll take that right now.
Hawaii's the most. Hawaii's the most.
What is that at?
They're more than us. Yeah. But they're always more. Everything is more over there. Gallon of milk is more. Eggs is more.
Well, they're so secluded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like-
Everything literally has to be shipped.
And speaking of that, with their whole prayers to anybody out there
Yeah.
dealing with the fire, man.
Absolutely.
I've heard a lot of lives have been lost out there. A lot of people been evacuated due to that out there in Maui, and I was there in February. Man, to Lahaina. So when I was out there, I went out there to go see the Super Bowl, and I was in Lahaina. That's where I was watching the game. It was at the
There's a bar, right?
Yeah, the Dirty Monkey
yeah,
is
that's
where I
right.
was at.
Right.
That's all burnt up.
Damn.
All of that. That whole shit.
Damn, that's wild.
God
man.
damn.
Like, I'm like, wow, that's sad.
It is.
And then, I guess it was because of it was a byproduct of Hurricane Dora with the storm winds, and that just amplified the
dry.
fire and the and everything. So thoughts with them, 100%.
Hawaii's so tropical too. Like,
Yeah,
you would never think like a place that's that tropical, the moisture,
hell no,
it
bro.
would burn
to,
like that.
to see palm trees on fire, that's
It's
just
crazy.
not natural.
No, it's not.
to even see. You
It's
know what I
not.
mean? So
It's crazy.
that's really unfortunate.
Man. Should have fought that fire with a fucking folding chair. I tell you might have won if you did.
Nigga, that folding chair is undefeated.
Man, I'm telling you right now.
And in
there's-
spirit
In
spirit of this event, I know y'all was waiting a little bit for us to get to this point, and we ain't gonna hold y'all back no further. We definitely gonna unpack this whole situation with the Montgomery Brawl or the Bama brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
You know what I mean? Like they really was getting down in spirit of that.
What you got for us, Rob?
Bro, this the anthem. I don't care what anybody said. This the anthem. Shout out to G Mac Cash, bro. He putting out these hits out of Detroit.
Let go.
Stop playing.
Every proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Not one but a all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro like the swing.
You ain't knocking your head to this, boy.
All of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out one with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl.
Threw my hat off at the start. That's hella funny.
And this time, everybody about to witness what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off caviar. Cuz came out the water, I'm came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got some action. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? This shit was kind of lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling.
Shut up, bro. Shut
this
up.
Salute.
Fuck that chair going out in history.
Montgomery Brawl.
Shout out, bro, that could swim.
Montgomery Brawl.
Shit, really ordered it.
Shout out Unc with the chair.
Hey.
Man, shout out to the girl, Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, that's a real good moment in history right now.
Shout out again.
He's
We
gassing.
get another shout out to G Mac Cash who putting these out. If y'all ain't familiar with his stuff, bro, look him up on Apple Music, YouTube. Dude is hilarious with his flow. Man, he got some. They gonna play this in the club. I'm telling you this. I bet you they played this in Alabama at an Alabama club somewhere. Somebody had that thing turned up.
That's a hit. That's a certified hit.
Man, hitting just like them chairs, bro. Let's get into this, man. There's so many like conversations about this. I feel like this whole situation just swept social media. Like, I mean, it went like I think it happened Saturday. It happened on Saturday, and I think everybody started like the video, the footage of people taking started coming out like Sunday. I think, man, you could not go on your phone without seeing a version of this, and that Big Cass was on it quick. He was on it, rip, bro. He made this song, I think, like a day. Like, you know what I mean? So he went to the mic. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to put this down on wax real quick. Give me a hit." I know he got hella views on this song.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, man, bro, it's funny, inspiring, and sad at the same time.
Okay.
I guess that's my reaction to the situation in general. Obviously, it's funny because everybody's making a meme of it. You go online, bro. Everybody has made every single meme under the sun. I mean, it's just taking the states by storm, like as far as the social media goes. But and then it's sad because they had to resort to that, going to violence. Those people got fucked up. I saw bro got beat out his Crocs, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, like knock the sport mode off your shit. You know what I mean? Like, so some people was hurt, and then it's sad, and a lot of people's getting arrested. They catching up with him. I guess the woman just finally got arrested because it was hard to find her. The one that kicked dude when they was jumping him initially, dude that the captain. They were saying it was a security guard, but that was actually one of the captains of one of the boats. I guess the one
in the blue shirts.
No, the dude that threw the hat up. The dude that gave up the black back signal. And it's like, everybody get up.
That shit is so.
Bro, what was he thinking though when he threw the hat? Was that him just I quit, motherfucker?
He was like, nigga, what's that? Remember that movie 3 Strikes?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm tired of that shit, nigga. Let it go. But then he was getting whooped. Like, he started getting jumped. They started jumping on him, and the girl came in and kicked him while he was down. And bruh, hey, Wakanda came through for him.
Yeah, they did.
They started wrecking shop. Everybody was getting it. Like he said even the women getting hit. What's happening?
So here's my feeling about it. My bad.
You good.
My feeling about it was, they jumped him for one. He was, bro, you shouldn't have been trying to be funny in the situation by throwing your hat if you really couldn't.
I don't think he was trying to.
I think it was a signal of saying, "Oh no, you fucked up. Like, I quit. Like, I fucked this job." Like, that was my interpretation of him.
Okay.
Flashing the bat signal, right? And
my bad. Has he been interviewed? Has anybody been interviewed?
I haven't seen anything with him.
The only person that went on camera is the white dude.
White dude that got two black eyes. Yeah.
Was he the one beat out his Crocs?
I don't know. I think he was the dude in the orange. He had to have been the dude in the orange shorts. I mean, because he's young. All the other dudes were older. But what I was saying is like, you know, you're trying to joke and then you actually really getting manhandled as a security guard, right? And then the other dude comes in, jumps in. When the dude in the orange shirt comes running in, he damn near need him in the gut or face, whatever it was. Okay, now you have a jumping situation.
And then the chick came in, kicked him.
Chick came in. She didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that at all. You just wanted to get an extra piece in. And then that's where you sympathize with people from Alabama, because I know in the South it's completely different when we talk about racism, and it's sad, but I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't live out there, right? We live a little bit differently here in California. But
it's still racist. They just don't say it is.
You know, the fact that she kicked him when he was down and she didn't need to, that's what made me tip that balance of like, damn, y'all really did fuck up. You know, that's y'all fault for really trying to, you know, abuse this man while he's down.
Right.
Here's my saving grace. You mentioned like, you know, the good, the sad, the whatever, the funny. I really resonated with the first homie that jumped to the scene. He without hesitation.
Dude that was on top that ran?
Exactly.
Okay.
I resonate with him mainly because within our line of work, when we did security, I felt like that was always me. I always wanted to be in the middle of the fight before the shit happened or while it was happening. I always wanted to be that guy. It takes guts to do what he did. He did not hesitate. He saw it. He looked, and that motherfucker ran. He's like, I'm coming. He could have came in and probably ran a few motherfuckers over and really ruckus some shit, but he was really just trying to stop the situation. That, to me, is motherfucking hero-like type shit. The motherfucker swimming. You didn't need to swim in your goddamn Nikes. Had the motherfucker shoes. You know how hard it is to swim with shoes on? Motherfucker, it's hard to swim in the river with motherfucking no shoes on. This motherfucker in the river swimming with no shoes on.
Hey, bro, he was motivated.
He got up, and I did not see him really act upon anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't really need to. The fact that he got out wanting to swim and help somebody that was also in need, bro, once again, another motivational like point of this goddamn story. Right. All right, now let's get to the good, bad, and ugly, because, you know, I'm probably going to get some ridicule for saying my goddamn mind right here. All right?
Speak on it.
When the motherfuckers docked that goddamn boat and these motherfuckers came out of fucking God knows where, shirts off, Wakanda forever, it was needed but not needed. It was needed but not needed. Does that make sense? Am I saying it right? I'm saying it right because I'm trying to tiptoe around the shit.
Elaborate.
We did what we did. We did what we wanted to do. We wanted to be more than just even. We didn't want to just get even. We wanted to fucking, you know, we wanted some debt. We wanted to dig in your pockets. You know, that was my mindset after it. Okay. You know, when they walked up to the boat and they served him, cool. They served him, served the other dude, cool. I'm with that. And then we all just came and then we rallied to beat on. And it wasn't like a quick beating. It was like y'all niggas is getting lashings. Like we was giving lashings for fucking minutes, you know what I mean? Which in my eyes, it hurts us as a community, especially in that area. Now they ain't gonna take too kindly to us anymore. Now it's just like we almost took a step back when it comes to this racism war because of this situation. Now we become the stereotype of, man, you don't want to mess with black people. Them motherfuckers is crazy.
You think? Let me. I'll help you out a little bit. You think that event is what gave that, like, presented that narrative?
No.
There's people who already believe that no matter what.
Oh, it's already been happening, but not enough to where you could say that people were scared of us. I feel like after that, motherfuckers is scared.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And I feel
don't
like
think so either.
They'll be walking on eggshells wanting to hurt us.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like just to play it straight up. So when you look at that entire situation, the only reason why it's race bait, because I don't know what the white folks that got their ass whooped deservingly to a certain extent, because you tried to jump a defenseless dude, like you should try to jump a man trying to do his job. This ain't no you guys are, you know, just two people out there that just had a difference of opinion. No, this man's trying to do his job and you guys are in the wrong already. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's in their heart. I don't know what's in their head. I don't know them people. But to me, the only part where it turned racial is because it was black on white. To me, if you was a white person standing out there, you should have been jumping in trying to help that dude too. even though that he's black. So if it was white people walking around there or another race of people walking around there, y'all should have been acting on it too. That's what the inspiring part comes in, is that it was all black folks stepping in and like, nah, we not gonna let you beat on this dude. Yeah. And it was so many people that just came out of, like, those crew members that came off the dock, the one that swam across the whole bay over there, like just everybody involved, really just taken to, you know, we're not gonna let you do this,
right?
You know, like this was, you are already in the wrong. I think a lot of people are trying to look at it from a perspective of, oh, this was just like a bar fight, like two people fighting. To me, if it would have just been them two, let them go at it. Like, but this is not that. We just talked about it. We all security.
The whole family.
If you getting beat up by somebody in the club, nigga, everybody else coming. And you know what we bringing with us? Ass whoopings.
Right. That's true.
You know what I mean? That's just what it's gonna be. Right. And that was just a representation of that. What you saw. They took it to another level, because I think a lot of those crew members that was on those boats, that was, you know, a lot of people don't know the situation, but those people were in the wrong by parking their boat there. They were told multiple times not to park there, and they were blocking other boats from coming in to the dock, right? This dude had to basically move the boat, and he unhooked it and had to move it. They got mad at him, and that's what ignited the whole situation. But from people that are on those boats and those ferries, you know, from the angle or the position where the people with the footage were taking it, it's like they're looking at it like, dude, this dude is doing his job, and we almost feel defenseless where we're at.
Right.
So once we get over there,
we finna whoop your ass.
Right. And I don't, and in all honesty, as much as I'd like to sit up here and say, oh, this is gonna set us back, this is gonna do this, that, I'll be honest with you, bro. They deserved every piece of that ass whooping.
They deserve the chair. Usually, they deserve the chair to the back.
We're gonna get to
that.
They
deserve the chair.
We're gonna get to that.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna get to that, because that's separate. That's not where there was two different parts to this whole situation. It is, because it was two different parts,
and that's what I mean by we didn't just try to get even. We try to take some more, bro.
Bruh with the chair.
Man,
he was acting rogue.
Stone Cold.
He was acting rogue. Because every other fight, like every other interaction and engagement, was justified to me. 'Cause even the ones with the women, because the women was trying to get in it, and it was like, bro, some dude slept that girl. I was like,
yeah.
They was going
but
to
she was trying to hit one of the guys. So I'm like, oh, hey, you fucked around and found out. So you got in it, and your ass got bus driving. So I ain't really got no sympathy for it, especially when you knee a man when he's already on the ground engaging with two other guys. I'm sorry, you should get one to the jaw.
Right.
So sorry, don't feel bad for you at all. But we just said it. Bruh with the chair. We just listened to the song, said shout out to Unc with the chair. He was the only one that I saw out of that was like, all right, bro, we ain't need to do all that. Like he's the only one where I looked at like, ooh. So my question is this, and I could change my mind on this whole situation. Man, I'd love if somebody interviewed him. Why was he so mad? Now, if he stood up and say, nah, because the X, Y, and Z happened that we may not have saw, on camera, like he was snaked, he might have got, somebody might have hit him from behind or said something to him or something like that, motivated him or provoked him to come out there swinging like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know that ain't even the fucking truth, bro.
But you don't know.
Nigga, he hit the dude and the motherfucking girl, man. Hey, not both of them. There's no way both of them could have said something to him to make him go like that.
That chair takes equal lives.
Man.
That chair does not discriminate.
That chair is equal opportunity.
Bro. The power of WWE in my hands.
Man, he came in.
To me, I'm not mad at the whole situation. Why? There's no guns involved.
Okay.
So
there was a chair involved.
And this is to me, I'm so surprised how lighthearted this situation has been. Because it was clearly racial. Clearly. You know what I mean? It was, you had the black dude he's doing his job, he told him to move. The white people escalated it. Black people came to his rescue.
Is it though?
They didn't have to put hands on the man. The white people did not have to put hands on him.
They didn't have to jump him. That's why I said. That's why I don't feel bad about them getting whooped on.
Right. Just
y'all try to jump him.
Just move the boat.
I hear you there.
So
you in the wrong. It's not a situation where you just had two people got difference of opinion.
Right.
You in the wrong, and he's doing what he's supposed to do.
And they can't be mad when they escalated and somebody comes to his rescue and they handle business.
Yeah.
They can't be mad at that because you knew what you were doing. You were clearly jumping the man. Mm-hmm. There was multiple you putting hands on a man. You know what I mean? Like, you knew what the hell you was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not upset from what came from it. I mean, like I said, I feel like when I first originally seen it, my thoughts was like, oh, this shit's gonna be big. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be huge because it was a white on black thing.
It is though.
And like, to me, how I'm seeing it, it's how I seen it unfold is so lighthearted. Like, we're not that far removed from George Floyd. You know what I mean? That shit happened, like 3 years ago?
Oh, you mean that that this isn't that everyone's taking it from a comedic standpoint?
Yes.
And because obviously they weren't doing that with George Floyd or any of the. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, it was. Yeah. It's very lighthearted. Like, everybody to me is almost laughing. I
think that the only reason why that is because no one lost their life.
I agree.
And it wasn't a situation where it was when you're dealing with police brutality or any situation where it's dealing with the police or anything like that. It's always someone with a higher authority over someone that doesn't have any. So you're invoking your power and everything, and you're exercising your authority and imposing that on them.
Right.
So it's from a position of you can't really do nothing.
Right.
This is an even situation for the most part.
Even?
What I mean by that is no one's, like as Warren's talking about, there's no gun.
One died. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's no weapon outside that chair that where someone is basically got an advantage. It's just fisticuffs. It's just out there. People who's in the barbershop just giving people fades all day.
You gotta love it when it's just fades.
Hey, you gotta respect it.
It was not phase. That nigga had on AirPods and he was playing head busters. We some head busters. Bow. We some head busters. Bow. We some head busters. Bow. He didn't give a fuck. Homeboy was on his own fucking mission.
He was.
What I am saying though,
cleaning up,
is because I mean, obviously I'm trying to take the lighter side of it, and I'm looking at it like, if this would have played out in Texas, it'd be a whole different fucking situation, right?
Why do you think so?
Mainly because of the gun laws that are out there. Maybe.
I think
maybe there
is just as lenient.
Nah, I don't think there'd be that many people trying to riot and run to situations like that. Maybe in Texas, like they would in Alabama, mainly because the laws may be different. But hear me out. What I'm trying to say is we got even at the point where we smacked dude on the boat.
That ain't even.
No, hold on, wait. I'm not done. Smacked dude on the boat. Two homies ran up on him, and they got murked. They got thrown in the pool. The women got murked, and then one of the women got thrown in the pool.
Right.
I feel like at that point, they had a fair ass whooping to where we can call it quits. We can pack up, and we can go to fuck home.
So this is where I'm gonna stop you at. So you telling me, and I'm just playing that. I'm just sitting it from my point of view. You telling me somebody that's doing something that they not supposed to do, they already in the wrong. You do an action, so you in the negative. So you saying that we just supposed to make it even now?
Exactly.
No.
I agree.
You started this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You started it. This is not just two drunk people at the bar. I think that's what a lot of people is looking at this
two
as.
Two wrongs don't make it right, bro.
No.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Dude, they were wrong. Like 1,000%,
and they
were 100% at fault. The dude, the captain that we thought was a guard, but is actually a captain on one of the boats, the one that threw his hat, he was not in the wrong at all in any capacity.
Correct.
None. So it's not a situation where we're sharing blame. You got blame that's 100% on one side, and then you went further and started jumping him. So not only are you wrong by even trying to fight with dude. So you already wrong then. Then your people's coming in and you jumping him. Now you got your bitch over here doing a sidekick, over here while you down. No, it ain't gonna be no even. You gonna get hit, and then Unc coming in with the chair.
Maybe I'm explaining it wrong.
That's to me. I think it's now. It's now is we good.
Look at it this way.
Now we good.
Look at this. Look at it this way. When
You got your ass whipped and you going to jail.
look at it this way. When you think the U.S. is apologetic about what they did to Japan,
Perfect example.
Japan did what they did to Pearl Harbor. Now you got to pay. U.S.
And they still paying.
U.S. went over, delivered. They delivered the goods and got up out of there. But they got it worse than what they gave it. But they had it coming. When you do weird shit like that,
I like how you use that.
You like
It's unprovoked. The thing about it is, it's unprovoked.
Exactly.
I think that's what it is. If this had been a bar fight, I might have been with you, because now you got two people that's wrong, right? You got two people that's like, hey, y'all shouldn't even be fighting. Y'all both could have went y'all separate ways. No, there's one side that's 100% wrong in the whole situation, and you made it worse then by jumping him. Nah, you ain't just about to be even. You ain't just about to get smacked up real quick. No, you about to get beat out your Crocs.
Maybe this is where my difference is coming from.
You about to see this chair,
Right.
I saw what was it, 4 people? No, it was maybe 5.
No, it was a family
5.
of like 5 or 6.
Right, and so I saw the 2 women.
It was 4 guys, 2 girls, I think.
So the 2, and this is what I mean by like, did we go overboard? There was 2 girls. The 2 girls, one was wearing purple, one was wearing white. Right, One of the young guys was wearing an orange shirt or shorts. One of them was wearing blue shorts. I forget. The dad may have been wearing the gray shorts. I don't know. The scene with the chair, the woman who got jumped was in a completely different attire. Had nothing to do with. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I gotta watch it. You got the video?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of times, well, because it's all cut up.
Right.
So you got to understand, a lot of these is coming from different angles and things like that. So it's not like it's linear. Like, it's not like it's all in sequence or nothing like that.
It's just the one in red did not look like she had anything to do with the original jumping.
I'm going to say this.
So she just guilty by association. I'm white, so hit me with the chair.
No, because you adding to that. You don't know what was said. And I'm just going to say this. If some dude is going out there just smacking people with the chair, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he ain't doing it for no reason.
Fucking crazy. That's why.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying dude is on the same level as the other people that went in with the fisticuffs. I'm not saying that. Right. But what I am saying, though, is you don't know what was said because the camera doesn't show all of that. And I'm just going to go out there and say that most people would not just be out there swinging the chair for no reason. Something had to have happened, or something had to be said. Calling somebody with the with a capital N.
There was
somebody get that nigga on the phone.
I mean?
You know,
that's what I said. We need to interview from bro. I'm like, bro, why are you out here stone colding these people? Like, why you come in here with the glass, bro, coming down the ramp like you in the WWE? Like, you came in there just swinging. Somebody made a meme of that. I was crying, bro. The memes is wild.
Yeah,
the memes are wild.
They're hella funny.
So I think we've touched on this. We've said our opinions on this whole situation. What's the fallout now? So what do we got now? Because now, man, you just showed us, bro. Amazon is over here advertising us to get a set of chairs. You know what I mean? Like, they doing too much. It's gonna get to a point where they gonna lock these chairs up. You know how they got the Tide and shit like that behind glass, like the alcohol at Walmart. Watch, they gonna have that shit. You gonna have to get a special key to get these chairs, because it's taking
season.
Off.
It's folding season.
Oh, niggas is folding.
I'm dressing up as a chair for Halloween.
Somebody is gonna do that. It's gonna be a few people doing that. That chair, bro. I seen some dude. He made a video. He said he's practicing. Bro, put a laser beam on his chair, nigga. He said, I don't miss. I was dead.
Bro, and see, that's what it's going to provoke. And see, that's the negative side of this.
What?
The fear that people are going to have now in public. Now you're going to have these people scared of us. And probably had a 22 just waiting because they're fearful of black people. No. Because of this situation. That's a fallout. That's a fallout.
That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit right there. Okay. I'm going to go shut that down.
Okay, go ahead.
That's the bullshit.
How?
Now, you over here, you caping right now.
How? You telling me some normal scared white person that's
you know what it is? Your ass shouldn't be. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Like that's what it is. Like you did what you did. You started this whole thing. This ain't, bro. Ain't random white people just ain't getting their ass whooped by chairs, not doing nothing.
You can't say chairs now when you're trying to have a serious conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not happening. No, if you over there did some fuck shit and you tried to jump, dude, you try to jump anybody, you should be prepared to get them chairs. And now that we all know the bat signal, we know what's happening. Shit, fuck a code 3, nigga, throw that hat up.
Let me borrow your do-rag, Warren. Let me borrow the do-rag.
Hey, bro, everybody coming out the woodwork. The bartender hopping over the thing. Shoot, man, the promoter, like, what's happening? What's going on?
Oh, man.
Like, it's gonna, yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to adopt that.
Yeah, the Bobby Shmurda.
Bro, he fucking tossed
So
that
you
shit.
approved everything in the videos that came out.
For the most, if you want me to just call it black and white, not trying to hedge my, my opinion on anything, yes. I'm with it. I'm sorry, they started it all. They did it in most situations. I don't like when it leads to this type of violence, but when they did what they did, and you look at the backstory of why it even started, bro, they deserve getting their ass whooped.
I agree.
You did all of that shit,
with that part,
and you deserve to get your ass whooped. And to the dude out there swinging the chair, brother, I'm sure for a good reason.
Homie better go viral when he get back home, though. Better have a plan or some type of scheme. But I'm with you on that. They do deserve to get their ass beat. I just, like I mentioned, it's more than just getting even. We got revenge. We had to take a little bit extra. So I mean, we over here on the subject talking about revenge, man. I mean, let's talk about this situation with Henry Ruggs. It's not a revenge situation, but I mean, Henry Ruggs is sentenced to 3 to 10 years for a DUI and a misdemeanor. Manslaughter. There we go. What a misdemeanor.
The damn sure ain't no misdemeanor.
How would you feel like the parents or the ones left behind would feel? Do you feel like they want to get revenge or get more than even on that situation? Do you feel like 3 to 10 is good enough for a DUI situation, opposed to, I don't know what to talk about with Tory Lanez and his 10-year sentence? That's a whole other situation. Let's split that in half. We'll split that in half. We'll talk about Tory Lanez in a minute. But do you feel like 3 to 10 is good for Henry Ruggs?
Based on the circumstances?
Yeah.
I think he got off easy.
Okay.
But we're comparing. You got somebody in Tory Lanez who just, he shot at somebody's foot. And that's what happens when you doing stupid stuff. And he did something dumb. The fact that he drew down on a woman, I'm like, okay. I know Meg is bigger than him, but still. But, however, no one died. And he getting 10. A solid 10. Ruggs is getting a loose 3 to 10. And he knew exactly what he was doing. So, I mean, different states. One's Nevada, one's California. But I'm looking at it like it's a celebrity thing. And I think that's the main reason why we're comparing it, is because you got two celebrities. Henry Ruggs, who was a first round pick. He had a huge future and career ahead of him with the Raiders, and based on what he was doing, driving. How fast was he driving?
He was like 100 and something.
I think it was like 125. I think.
Yeah, and it's just extremely reckless. With Tory, it's just like. It's funny. It's like I'm not even surprised he was involved in something like this. Whether it's the circumstances of him shooting someone in the foot and it happened to be Meg The Stallion, that's kind of new and interesting, especially when you add Kylie into this and a whole bunch of other different people that was involved in this, this whole situation at wherever they were. I know they were somewhere in LA, right?
Yeah.
That I'm not surprised, because that type of shit be happening in that world. But with Ruggs, it's like, bro, that's more tragic, because that could have been prevented by a decision that you made. There's a lot of loose information in that case with Tory Lanez. A lot of people think he got shafted. A lot of people think that he got railroaded in this situation, that there's more to the story.
I do believe
there's a lot of shaky witnesses that are involved and testimonies that the math ain't mathing when it comes to what really transpired. But at the end of the day, they're looking at it. This is the easiest thing that they can come to as far as a conclusion. Is like, okay, look, yeah, we know someone shot a gun and we know someone got shot, so we just gonna make it this. I think that's what they ended up doing with it. But if you look into that case, bro, there's a lot of moving parts that's just really gone, unanswered. But with Ruggs, it's very concrete as far as what happened. Like there is no wiggle room. You made a bad decision in what you did, and it cost someone their life, and it cost himself. It cost another life. His career, his life is done with as far as the NFL
and everyone he was supporting too. Well, Rady, what you got on that, man? Henry Ruggs situation, 3 years, 3 to 10. What you feel on it?
I'm conflicted on it, to be honest, because when I heard he got the 3 to 10, I looked at it from the parents' point of view.
Yeah.
Like, how would I feel if that's my kid? Obviously, I would be devastated. You know what I mean? I think we all would. I kind of sympathize with Henry Ruggs because I actually seen the video of him apologizing to the family and her parents. Like, I get it. Kids make mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, Henry Ruggs made a mistake that night. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about somebody that, went out and got a weapon and maliciously killed somebody. You know what I mean? Like, he genuinely made a mistake. He shouldn't have been driving that fast. He so happened to run into her. She died. She lost her life. Even if you watch the live real footage, you see him on the side of the road weeping. Like, dude was bawling his eyes out. His girl was trying to console him. You know what I mean? He's fresh. I mean, dude was doing 125 on the side of the road crying. I don't think there's too many people alive today that probably would have survived that or been in any type of shape to be on the side, realize what you did, you know what I mean, and be in that state, But
should I absolve him of that because he realized that he made a mistake? I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm putting myself in if it was my child. You sorry. Yeah, you sorry because you fucked up, and you should feel that way. You should have that type of remorse. But I would, you would be considered a monster if you didn't.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But my thing is that shouldn't that shouldn't give me any empathy towards him, though.
I agree. I don't think his sentence should be lessened because of that. I think he got what was coming. You know what I mean? Did he get off? 100%.
Okay.
If we comparing it to Lane,
dude had a great. His team did him a solid. To only do 3 to 10 years, like, dude got off, and Henry Ruggs was actually dumb because he did home arrest, house
instead
arrest.
of just serving the time already.
Like, if he would have sat his ass in county, each day that he's in county counts as 2 days. So he would have been credited almost with a year by now, 2 years by now, just if he would have went and sat in county. Like, I would have did that all day.
What type of life you have outside?
I mean, nobody wants to be in jail, but of course we'd want to do house arrest, but I mean, given your circumstances, dude, you know what you did. You're going down for sure. You're going to face something. Get your time started. Because, I mean...
Yeah, but you got to get your affairs in state, too. You know what I mean? You got a couple mil. You got to make sure that the family's able to live while you're gone. Set
That's
up
what
your
accounts,
team's for, though.
That's what your team's for, though.
Yeah, you can't really say that, though, man. With previous situations with Aaron Hernandez, is the team really behind the players once they're really in trouble?
Well, Aaron Hernandez, if you look at his, was strategic. He did
I don't
what
think
he did
when you mentioned the
to save
team,
his family.
when you mentioned the team, you ain't talking about the Raiders. You talking about his legal team.
No,
you talking about his legal team.
Okay.
No, nigga, as soon as that happened, bro, the Raiders was they backed out like Homer.
Oh yeah,
they went in the book. They wiped their hands of this. They was like, no, you done.
When I say team, I'm more so talking about his family, like his wife,
right? The legal
his parents.
team.
Like
I feel
they're going to get that in order. It's like, dude, you're hella young. He's probably like 21 or 20 something. Like, get this shit started. You may have a career left in the league. Get it started. You know what I mean? Get your clock started. That's me as an athlete that age. I'm like, all right, fuck, I fucked up. There's no way out of this. I gotta get this. I gotta do what I can to finish this and get back to the field if I can. That's my thinking if I'm Henry Ruggs. Now the whole Tory Lanez thing, I agree with what Rob's saying. I think he got shafted. Like, if anybody that follows the case, Tory Lanez did not get proven guilty without a reasonable doubt. You know what I mean? There's no way you could look at all the facts and be like, he's the one that shot the gun without a reasonable doubt.
Right.
There's just no way if you follow the case. So for him to get convicted, like it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like I followed that case super closely because I'm actually a big fan of Tory Lanez. Like I really fuck with his music.
Same.
You know? And like I was just like, damn, I hope he doesn't go down for this. And then I was starting to think that he did it. And then when you hear the case unfold, like Meg was lying, she was drunk. Mm-hmm. You know, the friend that supposedly went up there and she may have shot the gun, she kept pleading the fifth. You know what I mean? She didn't want to answer no questions. Then the doctor said that her cut on her foot was consistent with her stepping on glass, not gun fragments. You know, and then there was a third party that seen the whole thing go down. They said it looked like the girl was shooting. You know, and then Meg said she got in a fight with her friend, and then Meg said she didn't get in a fight with her friend. She went on the stand and said, no, me and her didn't fight. Then her friend gets on the stand and said, yeah, we did fight. So there's so many conflicting testimony in that case, and then he gets convicted. It's like how I mean, you to be convicted in the United States,
You need to have one.
it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, when it's criminal, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt.
It has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. And there's no way you walk away from that case and like, without a reasonable doubt, I know Tory Lanez pulled the trigger.
Right.
So I feel for the man, but he did what Henry Ruggs didn't do. He was in county. He already got credited with pretty much a year already. They said the judge credited him with like almost like 300 and some days. You know, and a lot of people were saying that he's not going to do the full 10 years. He'll probably be out in 2. So we'll see. But
here's my thing on the Tory Lanez situation. For one, I was listening to Money Over Fallouts, and I be fucking singing the hell out of that.
Shit's hard.
Man, but it had me believing, and that's why I argued with you on our Instagram. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram page about the night. That's why I was arguing with you, like, bro, like, you know, he shot a chick, and he out here making millions off of this music and songs that is false. You know.
So let me say this. Let me ask you this, because I don't want to sit up here and say when I said what I said, I want to be clear on the record because you said you agree with me. I'm not saying that he got shafted. I'm saying that there's people that got him shafted.
Oh, absolutely.
So my position on this, it's actually, I think we talked about this episodes back, but when this first came out, and same as you, I kind of was here and there listening to certain legal analysts that were kind of following the case and kind of how they were showing. That's how I even knew about the inconsistencies of the testimonies of the witnesses and stuff like that. So I get what you're saying. It everything doesn't seem as they made it seem. Right. I get that part. However, I look at this situation very plainly. He definitely had the gun in his hand. Whether it was his shot that shot off that hit her in the foot or the friend that did it, whatever, you got this gun. I'm just putting it to you like this. You pulled a pistol out on a female.
Right.
That's as simply as that's
what happened.
That's as simply as I put it.
That's what happened.
That's the thing though, because that did happen. I just don't think the circumstances in which I think how everybody looks at this, they look at it kind of how like Harlem Nights, that scene with Eddie Murphy when he shoot De La Rosa in the foot, in the pinky toe, that whole situation, like he just just shot her. I think everybody's thinking that that's how it went down. I don't think that's how it went down. But do I ever think that gun was in your hand? Yes. There's no way you doing 10. That gun went in your hand. I think a lot of people is out here playing around. And there's a lot of bullshit that was going on, and the shit went off.
Hear me out. I feel like it's a little bit of revenge. I hate to say it, but you know, to me, what I've heard is that there is a recorded call that came out, and I'm assuming that it came out from the whole Rock Nation crew, Desiree Perez and obviously Alex Shapiro. I don't know why Jay-Z's name was thrown into the mix of things, but I believe there was a call that incriminated him, and that was presented. Therefore, he was snitched on. And because of that, he's serving a longer sentence, right? Because I truly believe they don't have the evidence enough to really put 10 years on someone.
I don't think so either.
Me personally, I just don't believe it. With the police report saying that Megan didn't know she was shot, with the doctors confirming that, you know, it could be consistent with a glass fragment, how do you have evidence enough to put 10 years on someone unless someone corroborated, someone snitched on them? And I believe that, hear me out, I don't know the whole story. I did read a few articles, but I believe that Rock Nation may be feeling some type of way based upon the NFT, album sale that Tory Lanez did, selling NFT albums for what, $1 a share, now making what, 50,000 if you do go out there and sell it. Man, I believe that there was some haterism involved in getting him sentenced. Like, I believe that there are some higher powers at be that may have called in a solid Yama, like, hey, we need him to be sitting down for a while, so therefore they can continue to push Megan The Stallion, the victim in this situation, right? Like, I just, it's hard for me to believe that they can just sentence somebody like that without more information, bro. That's just me personally.
I mean, we have probably the best court system in the world, and they always say, you're guilty until proven innocent, or you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, but that's not true.
Right. I mean, this proves it not.
That's what they selling. That ain't what they doing.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, you are as guilty as the public perceives you. Period. Like, at the end of the day, like, if the public believes that you're in the wrong, you're gonna be in the wrong. And when you get vindicated, it's gonna be the same amount of people saying that you vindicated. Obviously, look at what happened with Johnny Depp. Everybody was throwing dirt on this man, and then what ended up happening coming out the case wasn't a whole lot. If you took how many people and how much money and resources he lost during that whole situation, do you think he even? He damn sure ain't even. You know how much money he lost with that whole Fantastic Beasts shit? You know how much money he lost with with any Pirates of the Caribbean movies and stuff like that? Bro, he ain't got back even. Now, he may get back to even eventually, gradually, but bro, he ain't getting all that back. That's why the power's in the allegation. It ain't in the conviction. Like at the end of the day, like, the damage is done as far as how this is going to play out. As far as Tory's concerned and how I look at it, I stand by how I said it. If he had a gun in his hand and he was pointing at this woman, I'm like, bruh, you was stupid. You was dumb.
100%.
And putting yourself even in
100%.
this situation. And when you in a situation with all females, mind you, this is all females except for you. Who you think they're going to put it on? Like, who do you think what you think is going to happen?
The Barbies of the world are going to unite.
You know what I mean? Like,
right, but if he's innocent,
but it is. I get what y'all saying as far as him having to do a whole decade. Like, I'm with you on that. I don't know if it's the evidence that they provided and attempted to substantiate in court justifies him to get 10. I will say that is probably not accurate,
and that's the main reason why people lose faith in the system.
But
because you got to prove me guilty without a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, but a lot of times, man, it doesn't even have anything to do with guilt or innocence. Some people just got to take the fall. I'm gonna tell you this something right now. There's a lot of police detectives. They won't admit this, but this is the absolute truth. This is definitely how police precincts work. And I'm not saying that they ain't doing work trying to find whoever did what, right? Trying to find the truth. But at the end of the day, somebody got to take the fall. There's a lot of pressure on police precincts when there's a crime that's committed. Somebody got to get the blame. They really don't give a damn who takes it.
That's true.
So they got to put and frame this on somebody, or I'm going to say frame. I don't want to say that, but they got to put this on someone got to wear this jacket. Somebody. And it gets to a point, the longer and longer you go and you don't have a subject to your case, the more and more pressure is built up to the point where we going to have to make something happen.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, I won't like the system has always been set up to a way where someone actually has to take the fall and take responsibility, whether it's true or not. So I'm with you. And as far as the system is concerned, it's supposed to be set up that way. But we all know as soon, especially any celebrities, man, it's whether you liked or you not liked. I swear to God, like if it was up somebody, if people that let's try to think of the nicest person we could think of. Who's the nicest celebrity? Denzel Washington. No, Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, right? Denzel Washington, they got an allegation out there that he murdered somebody. I'm going to tell you right now, 95%, if not just 100%, is going to try to discredit that whole allegation altogether.
Sure
unless there's a video of Denzel looking like Alonzo from Training Day.
Equalizer 3 coming out.
But they know how to differentiate the actor
roles
and the person.
You sure about that?
What I'm saying is that he's so likable by so many people. People would not want to convict him in the eyes of public opinion, they're going to be on his side until the evidence was so overwhelming to say otherwise. It's all about whether you liked or not. It's specifically when it comes to celebrities, specifically with them. With us, regular people, it's a little bit more straight up. But when it comes to celebrities, nah, bro, it's always a political game. Always. There's always an angle that they got to take with this.
This is why Kim's doing the work she does, because motherfuckers is getting incorrectly convicted and they're losing their fucking lives in the system because you, like I said, you put faith in the system and what you just explained. You know what I mean? It's you're not getting the result that you're supposed to get. Okay. It's a fucked up system.
Who the fuck is Kim and what's she got to do with this?
Kim is she. I don't know. You ever heard about it? Like she looks at a lot of people that are in prison, right? And she like reopens their case because there's a lot of people.
DA is what you're talking about. I thought Kim Kardashian right out the gate. I'm sorry.
No, I am talking about Kim Kardashian.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I think she's got a few people out of prison, like got their conviction overturned.
She did pass the bar. That's sad. That's a fucking Kardashian episode. She did pass the bar or something. Like I think she was studying.
Yeah, like she really does it, bro. Like she's like really looking at people's convictions and people being like wrongfully committed of crimes they didn't convict. I mean, they didn't do, and like she's like, getting them overturned. And I think Meek Mill's in it too. But I think there's tons of people that are locked up for shit they didn't do. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Tory is completely innocent. Nobody knows what he did that night. You know what I mean?
It's the level. He may have
done it. But I mean, the system, man. I mean, that's a whole other story. But it does need to be fixed.
Hear me out when it comes. I never really spoke on the Henry Ruggs situation. I'm gonna try to circle back while going forward, but I know we're saying he got off easy. Time is time. And if he does get short in time, I don't feel like that's necessarily like he's getting off easy. But if he does get short in time and he is actually able to get back into the league, then at that point in time, that's really like another slap in the face. He can come up.
Well, so I think that's a deeper question. So then it gets to the point of, do you believe that based on what had transpired,
the NFL has some wiggle room in the law aspect?
No.
Okay,
Nothing to do with that. I'm asking about in the sense of, does he not have the right to live his life now?
I mean,
from your example, if he gets back in the league. Then that's a slap in the face, as you just said. Right. So why would that be a slap in the face?
Yeah, 100%. Why?
Because you served a lesser time to do what? Go back to the lifestyle that you was in, the lifestyle that you were doing. The lifestyle that brought this reason.
That's why I'm asking you. So you believe that his livelihood should be stripped away? And I'm just asking the question. I'm not even saying you wrong. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. But you believe his livelihood should also be stripped away based on what happened. So I'm looking at it like this. He did what he did, which is horrible. If we all parents, if we lost our child, we'd be all sick, right? The question is that incident basically, and you having to equate that to the punishment. He does the time. Now he also has to lose any chance of his livelihood. So why don't you just
said it right there.
If you saying that, why don't you just kill him? Why don't you just give him the death penalty?
You said he does the time though. And
he's doing the time.
And see, that's where my difference is coming from. Is
short
or not.
Short or not. You did the crime, he did the time. I mean, there's people get out on parole all the time.
What's the minimum time you think someone should spend in jail for losing the life of someone?
I mean, they said his minimum is 3 years. So if he does 3 years and he gets out and he goes to the league, how you be mad at that?
I wouldn't say I'm
Look
mad
at Michael
at that.
Vick.
I feel like
they did the same thing. There's people still to this day that hate Michael Vick for what happened.
Yeah.
There's still people, they thought that there was so many people that when he actually served the time that he did, the 2 years that he had to sit.
Was it for murder? Or
No.
was it for manslaughter?
Well, he killed dogs.
It was very inhumane.
Some people think that there's a lot of people out here who hold the life of a dog in the
over
same. Now, I don't agree with that.
I agree, Rob.
But I'm just saying that there's a lot of people that do. And a lot of people look at Michael Vick as a horrible person based on that, and there's nothing that he can do in this world that can make up for it. And if we start talking like that, then it gets to the point. Well, then why let him out at all? Why don't you just give him life then? Like, why don't you just give him the death penalty at that point? If we having to satisfy those people who have those emotions to where that you should basically live your life to the point with your head down, not being able to provide no life for yourself, not pursuit of happiness at all based on what has happened. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not trying to go that far. You went a little deep in that.
I'm not doing that. You saying that he should have no NFL career.
I feel like it would be fucked up if he got a reduced sentence. If he got a reduced sentence and ran straight back to the league, did that punishment really affect him in a way to where he wouldn't go out and do it again? I guess that's where my angle is on it. Was the punishment good enough?
Well, but that's the thing though, that's going to be up to the NFL whether they allow him to come back or not. But you can't sit up here and say that would be like you went out there and you robbed somebody and you had to, and then someone ended up getting killed. So you got charged with like an armed robbery situation. You had to do 10 years. Let's say you had a clean record, but that was your first time. You had to do 10 years. So basically, then you get out. Let's say you do. You know how the system works. Let's say you did 5, right, out of that 10. Basically, with the way you're speaking is you can't go get another job. You just got to live with that, not work no more, live in just hopelessness forever on top of the 5 years that you just lost and being in prison. That's what you're saying.
I see what you're trying to say now. That's nice. I like that, mainly because I got family who's having to suffer right now from that same exact issue. I'm not saying it that way because you are right. The system is fucked up. You know what I mean? I was more so coming from the aspect of just because he was a celebrity and he was famous and he's getting a reduced sentence just so he can get back into the league. My angle was maybe the NFL has some type of pull just because you're that type of guy and it can change the face of NFL.
The NFL has completely separated themselves.
And I get you. And that was where my angle was coming from. And I see what you're trying to say is do I feel like anyone who goes to prison for regardless of who they are, for whatever reason, is it fair that they're not able to get the same similar job as I am because they were in jail? No, that is not the case. I am not trying to say it in that aspect. I was saying it in the fact that somebody lost their life. And this is where bringing it back and bringing it forward comes into play. In this situation, it was the daughter, the kid of the family where moms are supportive. But what happens if it was the reverse role, where the mom and the dad, now this kid is forced to be raised, by who? What? Who's supporting this kid, at this point in time? Like, those are the ramifications. Like, did they learn from their lessons? I guess that's where my mindset was at.
But that's what the 3 to 10 is for. I didn't come up with the 3 to 10. That's what the court system decided to make it. And whatever time he serves, that's what they're going to deem as necessary that he has to serve to pay restitution to his situation and his crime. Now, whether or not that's not a guarantee. Just because if he serves his time, it's not a guarantee that the NFL will even allow him to come back in the league. That's not even. That's not how this works. Michael Vick had to go through that same thing, bro. He had to have, I think, countless meetings with Goodell before he could even allow to come back in. I think he had to participate in so many PETA programs and so many. He had to do so many things to show his remorse for what had happened, on top of the time that he spent in jail. Like, and I'm sure Henry Ruggs if he pursues his NFL career here after his time, he's going to have to go through a similar path. But if I guess when I look at this situation, I don't look at Tory's situation as serious as I do Henry's. Okay. And what I mean by that is that there's so much circulating around Tory Lanez's situation with Meg and all of that, and I just look at it like I swear, just people in that industry just do crazy ass shit. Right. And this is not surprising. With Henry Ruggs, I feel like that was something that he could have really that's something he could fully have prevented. And unfortunate, the decision that he made led to what happened, and someone dying,
lost a life.
I feel like Texas came up with a new rule because of him. You was
bringing something up because you brought off the reverse with as far as being the parent with the daughters, right? Well, Texas, they taking this to another level,
right?
So apparently reports, I think it's going to be effective September 1st. I believe is when it's going to take effect for Texas. They passed the bill, the governor of Texas, they have passed a bill where if you are charged in a situation with a DUI in which you have killed a parent, you now and you now have to pay child support for that parent's child or kids.
That's crazy.
How though? Crazy. How if you're going to get convicted?
Because y'all just said if we serve the time, right?
No, but look,
if we serve the time,
but listen,
he did his crime, right?
Listen, if I live in Texas, right, and I kill somebody with a DUI, I'm getting manslaughter. So I'm going to go down for a longer time than Henry Ruggs does. How am I paying child support if I'm locked up?
No. It's going to be after. So you're going to do your time, whatever that sentence is. And when you get out, your restitution is going to be paying child support to that child.
That's crazy.
Now, based on, whatever that may be, that could be, they could seize your, I don't know the particulars about this fully, but it could be, they could seize your assets, like your home, like your 401k if you got one, your IRA, stocks and bonds, any type of assets that you have, they could probably seize in. What would child support be? They probably, they got a calculator. Every state got a calculator when it comes to child support based on how old the child is and stuff like that. And they could allocate, okay, let's say the child is 14 years old, child support goes to 18. They looking at, 4 years. They be like, boom, here's the number. And then you might have to pay that. And let's say your car was that amount, boom, you got to get the car gone. Or if it's the house got to go. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm actually speculating on this, but I'm just assuming if you get hit with a DUI and you kill someone, you going to jail. You ain't got a job anymore. Right. So now you ain't making any income. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming the only thing they're going to be able to go after you on is your assets if you have them. And then, or is it something where it's an after effect when you get out and you get a job, then you still got to pay or you still in debt.
That'll insinuate them not to get a job because it's already harder to get a job.
So this is going to be interesting actually how this works. I will say this. I think the intentions is sound. I get why they're doing this. Because I do think it's when it comes to drunk driving and killing someone, it's just one of those things and I put myself on the chopping block. I had to do a long time ago. I had one. Unfortunately, there was no accident. It wasn't no one was hurt and myself or anyone else. It was just got pulled over. But when you go through that MAD class, that Mothers Against Drunk Driver class, because you got to go through that. That's a part of your case. That makes you feel like a piece of shit. Because you hear all the testimonies of the mothers, the fathers, the uncles, the aunts, and everybody going up there about telling their story about their kid or their sibling or their brother or their friend that's had their life stricken from them based on a drunk driver. Right. So you feel like shit. I would. So I get the intention. I think the intention is sound. I'm with them. I hear that. I just think that the application and how they exercise this out is going to be the interesting one because is the child support supposed to kick in prior to the sentencing and being in jail or being in prison, or is it going to happen after that? And then you just brought up a great point. That's going to incentivize that person not to go get no job. Like why would they go get a job when they're going to be 20% of their money going to be going to somebody else? Right. They'll definitely be looking for jobs that are like under the table, even if they trying to get the type of income. So it would create a whole nother problem based on and I'm only speculating if that's how it's going to play out. I don't know how they're gonna make this work, but it's an interesting concept. But apparently it's gone all the way through. That shit gonna take effect September 1st.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I could see that, I could see them doing that, but I just, once again, I look at the other side of it. I don't see the people who getting out of jail for that DUI/manslaughter actually going through and trying to find a job, because it's already 10 times hard to find a job when you have a felony. They're going to obviously bring it up and damn near X you from the interview process because of it. So when you actually find a job that gives you that opportunity, it's like, dude, what am I really working for? Just to pay somebody else? Damn, that's hard. But it's also inconsiderate though too, because I mean, shoot, you're taking away a lifetime partner, someone who's supporting the family, food. It's hard to support shit. It is hard. You need both parents damn near nowadays in order to do so. Oh man. Already, what you got on this topic, man? How you feel about it?
I agree with both of what you guys are saying. Like, the parameters of how it's going to lay out is going to be interesting. You know, I mean, obviously, if you take somebody's life and you know you're under the influence, you're going to have to sit down for a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, and I mean, while I'm sitting down, it's going to be like, how am I supposed to pay this DUI? I mean, how am I supposed to pay this child support? It's like, I know, like, inmates are able to work in jail and make some type of money, and I don't know if it goes on their books or I hear that it goes on. I don't know the name of it.
But that's not even that much.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
That money that's on their books ain't shit.
Yeah, so
not enough to really help anybody in a child support situation.
Right. But see, I've heard sometimes that money gets stashed somewhere until they get out, and then that's the money they give them. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, how this is going to roll out. You know what I mean? Like you said, I mean, you're going to put me away for 15 years. I come out. Now I got to pay child support. I got to get a regular job. You know what I mean? And you're going to take money out of my child support. You know, I'm trying to make it myself. I'm trying to get back on my feet while implementing back into the world after 15 years of sitting down. I'm in a different world than I was 15 years ago. Now you're gonna put child support on me? Like, to me, it's
like a double hit.
It is. You know what I mean? It's really
like
really
a double
daunting,
hit almost. Yeah.
You know, so
because think about it. Like, and I'm not even trying to make light of this situation. I'm really not. Mm-hmm. I'm really not trying to make light of this. But, bro, if you murder somebody, you gonna do 20.
Right.
And that's it.
Right. That's If
you got a clean record and you murder someone, that's 20 years.
It's crazy. That's a long time already.
That's 20 years. But that's it though. I'm not saying that's it. That's two decades. But what I'm saying is, there's nothing else after that. There's no other money that's going to be allocated. You're going to have to, find your way through life. But then that's it. This, you sit down for 10 to 15, and you come out. Let's say the kid was 2 years old. So you telling me you got to pay child support for another 16 years?
That's crazy.
On top of?
That's crazy.
So I understand the intention behind this, but I'm really interested to know how this is supposed to be exercised and applied.
Right.
Like, if it's an asset thing, I kind of get, but then it's like, damn, like, what if, like, imagine if you was married to someone, y'all got a house together. Now not only did you lose the husband, let's assume it was the father, kill somebody in a drunk driver, they gonna go away. Now they get to seize the house because the child support allocates to a certain amount of money that the only asset you got that's gonna cover it is your home. So now your wife and your kids is out, like, based on your decision.
But see, not only that, like, what if you kill somebody that have 5 kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna make me pay child support for each and every one of them kids?
Well, you can ask Nick Cannon this.
That's crazy.
But in California, I don't know how it is in Texas, and I think it's similar. The more kids you have actually doesn't necessarily mean the more child support. It's crazy how that works.
Okay.
So it's funny. As far as California is concerned, I believe once you hit 6 kids, it don't matter if you got 6 or 20. You're gonna be the maximum they can take out of your check is a certain amount. So in California, this is California. I don't know how Texas is, but the maximum amount of money that they can take out of your check is 55%. That means if you have 0% parentage, let's say you never see your kids, never, but you have 0 custody, right? 0%, and you got 6 kids, right? The maximum amount they could take out of your check is 55%. The money just shifts at that point. So let's say he was on child support, and I don't even know if Nick Cannon's even on child support. He could just be making a deal, like he pays them whatever. I'm not even saying that. But once you get to 6, it does actually every kid that you have after that, the other kids get less because it's like a pie. So if they getting this amount, you add another one. Oh, now everybody else getting a smaller portion because you just added more kids. It's the same thing. So when you having 5, it really doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be like you. I'm be glued to this. I want to see how this works.
Yeah.
Because and I think other states are gonna be looking at this too. They're gonna be like, okay, how did this work? Should we adopt this? Like, how should this play out? I'm just interested how it's gonna all unfold.
Very.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Like a pastor, let me go ahead and wind down this show as we reach the tail end of the show. You obviously can see the gear I got on. This is not a Raider jersey. It's a Steeler jersey. You know what I mean? Preseason game tomorrow for the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Tampa Bay. You know, I'm excited to see our starters playing. And then, obviously, we have an update on Week 1 in September against the Steelers and Niners. As you can see, the Niner fans are already starting to tremble and get scared and already consider themselves hurt. So me and Rob have a $500 bet on it. Let's see who wins.
You know what Winton looked like right now?
Who's that?
A winner. A nigga that lost $500.
A nigga with a chair. I'll be the motherfucker with a chair in the back corner if I do.
You know what I really can't wait for? I can't wait for is whoever's the winner. You guys are gonna make like both of you guys. It's gonna be memes. You're gonna make memes.
Bro.
He's gonna make memes.
Bro.
It's gonna. That's what I.
He don't know. That's the thing. He don't know what I got lined up. I got shit lined up for that. So it's gonna be interesting.
That's the funny part.
I'm gonna be a man of my word. You know, this is the NFL. Anything could happen. I'm gonna have my 500 ready. I'm gonna have mine in my pocket. I don't know if he is. But I'll have mine there to hand over if the
damn
Niners
sure
lose the
next
game.
month is my birthday, so I'm joking with you, man. I ain't never had no goddamn issue, man, except the one time it was my son's birthday.
It's the one time
it was my son's birthday, man. I ball out for that nigga every day. I don't give a shit.
Matter of fact, since we on that topic, man, we need to start promoting this now. Twin Peaks, do y'all want to be blessed with our presence? Because the shit about to go down.
It's about to go down, bro.
Like, this is going to go down at Twin Peaks. If anybody want to see what's going on, see us at Twin Peaks.
Week 1.
Off of Fair Oaks Boulevard.
It's finna be smacking.
In Sac, everybody going to be there. It's going to be popping.
That's a fact.
Man, it's an early game, too.
It is.
I might be there just a little bit late. That's what's going to suck. But because I think it's at 10. I think it's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I might not get there till maybe 11. But yeah.
We'll be in that thing.
Yeah. Y'all hold the seat. Y'all hold me a seat.
You already know how it is, man. We already do that shit, man. I just wanted to tap in with my page real quick, man. See what's been going on, man. Obviously give you guys a insight to what Sacramento's been happening. I know I heard something coming from Mr. Diego Fuego's club. You know, Diego Fuego's birthday is coming up. Here we go. Birthday celebration, Sacramento. He talks about District 30 on the 11th of August. And then La Terrazas on the 12th of August. So celebrate with Diego Fuego. Let's not forget about Friday the 18th. You got Mars Parker, one of our previous guests. Previous guests. I said that right? I always be fucking up on my words.
You be fumbling.
I think he's doing like a Puff's little comedy jam over at Punchline on the 18th. So make sure you stay tuned to that.
Okay.
Obviously, every Thursday they got the little dance competition at Tiger. What else am I seeing? I've been seeing a lot of Darlin Avery having brunch. I just learned this weekend that their brunch is 21 and up. So,
interesting.
I couldn't bring Goku-san in there, but I did try. But I know we've been talking about
try to hide him in the bag.
Hey, man, my son go with me everywhere, man. Shoot, if I turn up, he turn up. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that nigga was out with me one night till like damn near 11-something at night partying. We was chilling.
Put it in the backpack.
Yeah, you know, it's not so often.
Backpack.
Backpack. What the fuck is going on?
I can't.
Every
Every time I hear that song when he says it, I think of that time when we was talking about would you fuck a chicken nugget? He said, "What you gonna do with that?" He said, "Backpack."
Backpack. But am I missing anything? What am I missing? Who am I missing? Any shout outs to anybody? Shout out to my guy Cool Code. Reached out to my guy Cool Code. He out there doing good, man. I like seeing that. Other than that, man, I ain't got shit. What you got for him, man?
Man, nothing, bro. Yeah, just keep tapping in with us, man. We putting out, just keep following us on the Instagram page. We trying to get get that popping, gives y'all more information and things like that. Like we're gonna put a lot of stuff out there for you. Stay tuned. keep shooting in them comments, man. We like the commentary. We like the engagement. Keep that up. Definitely gonna keeping y'all in tune on what's going on in the city and stuff like that, and the surrounding areas, man. We all about that, and obviously, stay tuned on that September game, y'all. It's going down. It's gonna be lovely.
We're ready. What you got for him?
Man, shout out to Tony, man. I know the past couple of weeks he hasn't been on the set. He's dealing with something right now, so we hope Tony's all right. We hope he's back next week. Other than that, man, like what Rob said, man, we got some new stuff for the IG, man. We posting news, you know, keeping everybody up to date. Yeah, we love the engagement.
too.
You know,
Okay.
people, like Rob said, jump in the comments, tell us what you think. We're trying to bring y'all more content from all aspects, but man, just keep fucking with us, man.
Honestly, if you tune in to the IG page, you would have known what was coming on this show because the updates that we was putting out there, we just talked about. Right?
I actually had so many people saying that, bro, I can't wait till y'all talk about that brawl.
Yeah,
it's like what's the name here? AT. He was like, bro, let me know when that drop. He's like, because I know y'all about to go in on this.
Shout out AT, man.
Yeah, shout out AT. So yeah, no, this people knew. I think anyone that did any type of media on anything is talking about this brawl.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean. So I think that was gonna go without saying. But we appreciate all the followers, all the support. Keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep showing us that love. Win, take us out, dog.
You already know what it is, man. Another episode of About the Night, episode 82, man. You just got it with the best goddamn crew. War ready right over there. Don't forget about my guy, Suede Light Coach, Tony, official _JR. I fucked this whole fucking shit up, but it doesn't matter.
Spit.
He here, man. And then you're rocking with the King of Sack Winter, man. We in your fucking living room. Stay tuned to what we got going on each and every fucking weekend because you know it's fucking fire. You can't turn this shit off, man. Rock with it. Let's go.